In the meantime, Custer has advanced to the north with 5 companies, 210 men. He tries to drop down the ridgeline, down into the bottom of the valley at a place called Medicine Tail Coulee, about 2 miles from here. It's a low point right across the Little Bighorn River. Custer tries to get into the Cheyenne camp, but Cheyenne warriors slam the gate closed. Custer has to retreat with all 5 companies, who race back up the ridge and gather one final time on a day we call Calhoun Hill, about 1 mile to the south of us beyond the brush on the ridge. Custer orders his brother-in-law, Lieutenant James Calhoun, to form a skirmish line. Calhoun gets 100 soldiers and forms a line facing the south, and for 45 minutes he flails away trying to hold warriors back. But then Gall, Crow King, True Moon, Low Dog, Crazy Horse, after pounding Reno into hopeless submission, they peel off of Reno, roar down, and slam into Calhoun Hill like a red tidal wave. 100 soldiers and James Calhoun are blown off the ridge. Out in front of us, 1,000 yards away, C Company with 40 men mount their horses and counterattack, charging down the ridge, driving warriors back down towards the river. 2/3 of the way down the hill, they get off their horses and form a skirmish line and begin to fire into the fleeing warriors. Temporarily, there's a lull in the fighting, but then a Southern Cheyenne chief named Lame White Man gets off his horse in the middle of the battlefield, turns to the fleeing warriors and says, "Come back, come back. There's not that many soldiers. We can kill them all." They rally up behind Lame White Man, storm back up the ridge, and pound C Company. They snap buffalo robes and run their horses off. Crazy Horse races down the west side of the river and crosses right below us at the bottom of this hill, a place called Deep Ravine. He pounds up the ravine 400 yards out in front of us with hordes of warriors behind him, and he begins to assassinate the horse holders. Boom, 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 boom! Horse holders dead. Ammunition gone. Horses gone. C Company devastated. Those few boys left alive are unhorsed, and they race to the top of Battle Ridge. Crazy Horse peels off of that endeavor and flies right towards us at 35 miles an hour on the back of a horse, other warriors behind him. 250 yards out, he turns hard to the east, goes right up over the top of Battle Ridge, all alone, charges down into the teeth of Miles Keogh, Company I commander. Crazy Horse does a bravery run right through Keogh's command. 45 dismounted skirmishers blast away, but they don't hit him. He turns around. White Bull follows Crazy Horse over the hill and does another bravery run. 45 guns again. Boom! They don't kill White Bull. Other warriors, inspired by the courage of Crazy Horse and White Bull, pour over the top of the ridge, charge down onto Company I, and grind Miles Keogh into gall, who's overrun Calhoun Hill from the south. Company I ceases to exist. The only remnants of the fight today, 45 white tombstones on the other side of the hill. They look like ghosts in a lunch line. One survivor. A horse named Comanche. Miles Keogh's horse, found 2 days after the battle laying down in a ravine, shot full of holes, leaking blood all over the prairie. The horse is damn near dead, but they get it on its feet. It follows the battered command 15 miles to the north. They put it on the boat far west. They take it all the way back to Fort Abraham Lincoln. 54 hours later, that horse stumbles down the gangplank and will live another 15 years. The horse is never ridden again, forbidden by General Order Number 7. The only time a saddle ever touches that horse's back is in a funeral procession with boots pointed backwards in the stirrups. Calhoun is dead. Keogh crushed. Lieutenant Colonel Custer swings out beyond us with 2 companies E and F of probably about 80 soldiers. He goes out beyond the current cemetery, drops down the ridge, tries to cross the Little Bighorn River to the north. His motivation, capture all the women and children and old people who have run away from Reno's attack. Sitting Bull is leading them, but he cannot get across that river because Sioux and Cheyenne sentries one more time close the crossing forever. Custer is stymied in his advance. He has to turn around, fight his way back up through here where he drives warriors off the top of the hill and then digs in just about the same time that Keogh caves in. Now, folks, the full fury of 1,500 to 2,000 warriors will bear down onto Last Stand Hill. The sky is raining arrows. 2 moons, the Cheyenne chief. We swirled around the soldiers like water around a stone. Gall. The soldiers were fighting good. They were loading and firing and loading and firing. But then about 30 or 35 of them, 6 or 7 mounted, the rest running. They bolted off the hill, blasted down towards the river. We caught them in the ravine and we killed them all. 28 dead men found at the bottom of this trail. E Company, the Gray Horse Troop, buried after the battle in a crack in the earth. Today, with the best archaeological equipment in the world, we cannot find a button, a bullet, a bone, anything that would prove that they ever existed. Now we call them the mystery tribes.